All right, starting this interview with Travis Cartier on jobs to be done. Travis, right here. Travis.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Thank you so much again for making time for this. I hope I didn't cut you off just now. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, man. Thank you so much, dude. Hold on. Let me show my face for a second. Thank you so much, man. I'm just getting off of. I was on set all day, and you know we're on the mission to make this bigger and better every day, man. It was just so great sitting on set looking at your video. I was just like, man, this is the exact energy field we want out of what we're doing. And you know, like the questions that you asked, the even with problems, you were open to figuring out, like, hey, how can I still make this work? Because I really want to be involved in all that, and the energy you're bringing to it. And there's just so many things you've said. I'm honored for you to take the time to do it and just be a part of it. But I would really love to do this interview with you, and I'm hoping it won't take more than like 20 something minutes. And so if that's cool, I'm recording and we can go right into it.
Yep, let's do it.
Thank you, man. Okay, so this whole process, again, it's called the jobs to be done interview. And the whole process is really about again, there's something that's in our ecosystem that Justice for Hire represents, that from a certain business thinking standpoint, like, you're hiring Justice for Hire to serve you in a certain way. And so with that in mind, I think what the first question is, like, you know, when did you first, you know, and I know we met at the Urban Action Showcase, but if you could describe that day for yourself, like what were you thinking before you saw Justice for Hire, before you walked into the theater? Like what were you guys looking for at the event, etc.?
You know, it's actually extremely funny because Steven, who you talked to as well, who I went with, we were looking for Michael Jai White because I hadn't seen him and he wanted to get a photo. So I literally just kind of like, okay, somebody's in this theater. I don't know who's in here, but let's walk in and see. So we just walked in, and there you all were, and we didn't know what it was. So we sat down, listened, and then I said, okay, this sounds like something interesting, and I talked to you about it. So then it's kind of like it found out about you guys off of a whim, I guess you could say.
Okay. And so, and then were you already planning on coming to the action filmmaking workshop that we were doing that day?
I didn't even know you all were, I remember seeing that on the flyer, but the only thing we had did was the call to action, so I kind of didn't pay attention to anything else, and I didn't realize that was your thing. So I thought what you did was something completely different. Then I realized, oh, wait, he was the event that was advertised.
Okay. So then when you came to that event, like what were your initial feelings like walking into the action workshop? Especially being a martial artist yourself and already having your own proficiency with choreography, etc.
Well, I mean, I pretty much just I guess waited to see what you all had for us to do. I just kind of went in it with the open mind. I didn't really think much of it exactly, but I knew this was definitely something interactive, and you kind of just guided us through, and then we took it from there.
Okay, thank you, man. You said something really interesting a few days ago that's been on my mind a lot, and it was something about you having ideas, you having had ideas for characters, and now having a place to put them, something like that. And so, could you expand on that? Like, where did these ideas come from, and what's prevented you in the past from following through on any of them for whatever reason?
So for a while, I watched wrestling, and a while, I think maybe a couple of years ago, I thought about maybe having a cowboy character, and this is what I would name him. And then over time in life, I would see different things, and I came across different characters, and I said, okay, well, this will be a cool character to make. This is a cool character. I would have an idea for this character. And then I came across your app, and then it's kind of like all these characters that I've created before, I now can actually do something with them because there's a purpose for them. There's good meaning behind it. The whole system of it makes sense. You know, like Uber's thing, okay, this is Uber for heroes. So it's all these ideas. I can now curate them into this and say, okay, this is something that I can finally put these characters that I've created in my mind.
That's great. That's incredibly meaningful, man. Thank you for sharing it like that. So these characters that you would create, I mean, like over time, I'm like this is. Am I understanding this right? Like this is you being your creative process. If you could tell me a little bit more about your creative process. So like you're watching wrestling or another film or something like that, and how do these characters of yours come to you?
I would say, I mean, that is a phenomenal question. I don't know. I mean, I would just kind of just think of things. I always found myself a very creative person, whether it was for making dance choreography or anything like that. But I know, let's say if we use this for example, when I first came across the app, I said, okay, I want to be a villain. So I had a thought for some kind of like ninja combined with Batman or something like that. And then I said, okay, well, I don't want it to be too animated. Let me at least let it be more of a realistic individual. So then that's when I came up with the character I have now, which still seems like a real person and not just something that's completely unreal.
So so you have, when you come up with a character, how do you see this character? Do you see it as you embodying like a character, like playing a particular character? Like what is the first image? If you could describe like the first images that come to your mind, like when you get that spark of inspiration for any particular character, like what do you see? Is it you as that? What?
It's usually me. I completely embody the character. If I'm supposed to play a character that is a psychopath, I'm going to embody that I am this psychopath. If I'm playing a lunatic. For this character I'm playing with Justice for Hire, it's also kind of a part of me, just because I enjoy being out in the country, and it's kind of like I get to, I guess, live another side of me, but live it more out in full, since it's not a lifestyle I live in a regular day-to-day basis. So it usually kind of depends on what character it is, but usually it's I automatically am kind of embodying that character.
Automatically embodying. That's interesting. So, and can you tell me more about your fandom for, let's say, wrestling or action films or anything that drives you to be a part of the action, like creative action culture?
I would say just the energy behind it, the entertainment value. It's something about performing that really gets me moving, and I really enjoy seeing the different performances. And when I see them perform that, I'm thinking, okay, I can picture myself doing that. So then I want to now copy it.
Wow. Copy it, add your own flair.
Yeah, like if somebody literally does a flip, I'm like, okay, I can do a flip and then spin and make it look completely crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So another question here is so you had you did we did the event. You're figuring out what's going on, like with our I guess we meet at the event. You come to the action workshop. We actually start doing some stuff. What were your thoughts between the shift from just some general choreography on your phone to actually shooting a scene?
I don't know, say that again. It was breaking up a little.
Oh, sure. So in the first part of that workshop, we were shooting on the phone. And then, like everyone was kind of just working on their own like little choreography moments. And then we bridged over to a totally different section where we actually shot a scene together. What were your feelings in between those two moments, those two segments?
I mean, I just took it as we're now moving to completing what we've been learning, and we learned this, and now we're going to implement this into the scene that we're shooting.
Okay. So there was some time between you us doing that scene and you joining the app. Can you tell me about your feelings between let's say then and a few days ago when you created your profile? Like what was your experience in the interim?
I remember actually telling myself it was really cool because I'm actually playing a character. Like, you know, this is actually me. It's like, okay, you have Travis and then you have this, I am this character. So it literally felt like two completely different people. Like, this is my actual self. This is the character I'm playing, and it's kind of a surreal feeling to be playing a character. I guess I'm more as in like something that's not even real, but you're making it real through yourself.
So that's powerful. Are you like do you have professional acting training?
No, I'm self-taught with everything. Acting kind of just came naturally to me. I just started when I was in high school actually, and I did an audition and I did really well, and I kind of didn't know why I did well.
Okay, that's awesome. And so, and do you do acting on a regular basis now, or?
Well, I'm preparing for some relocation in Life Matters, so I haven't been super active in it. Okay. So I've just been getting stuff together behind the scenes, but I've definitely done some projects here and there. I actually just finished up one recently, and that's going to be coming out this month, I believe. Okay.
Yeah, please keep me posted on that. You have a great presence, so I'm super interested to see what you do. So I'm still interested in this deciding period because like we met. And I had to find I forgot how I had to message you. I had to message you to tag you on Instagram, and so I'm wondering like between the period where you saw Justice for Hire, and then let's say me reaching out, tagging you, you seeing the video stuff that we actually shot, and then you joining, what was going on during that deciding period? Like you thought it was cool, but you didn't necessarily like join just yet. So what was the catalyst to make you finally say, you know what, I'm gonna do it?
Well, that's actually funny and embarrassing on me. Actually, I'm overly organized, so I have my a business email, and then I also have a personal email. I needed to make the business email again, so I literally wanted the Justice for Hire character to not be under the personal email, which is I've had for years, and I wanted it to be under the business one. So I literally was waiting until I made the business email to make the character, but I already was set to make the character from the beginning. I just wanted to wait for the email. So it was literally just a silly personal thing that I did.
So personal organization is essentially the
one of those OCD type of situations.
So that is not uncommon in all honesty. Though, like we have a I'm just writing that down. Personal organization is really interesting. Because we have folks who, let's say they have their own. We have folks in the Midwest who have outlined like their characters and all this other stuff, but they still haven't gone to camera with too much. They've only shot like maybe little videos here and there, but they've outlined these big stories for themselves. And there's like a personal organization kind of lag, you know, and I think it's a really interesting thing to think about of how can we, because just to give you a sense of like what we're really doing here is that if you're hiring Justice for Hire to serve a purpose in your life, how can we help? How can we serve you and remove those lags? And how can we go from, oh, okay, like you came with this, oh, but you had this personally the email issue, or someone else might have a script issue, or they might be thinking about like whatever organization is associated with that process behind the idea of actually bringing the idea to life. Us helping to solve those problems for you in advance will make the whole process better for everybody. So that's really what this interview is about. It's about looking at like the reasons why you've hired Justice for Hire, and how can we provide a better service for you. And so looking at, let's say the so once you jumped in, from deciding into like actually being a part of it and joining, you obviously had challenges on the app, and we've had some challenges with Samsung's the 6, 7, 8, even iPhone 6, iPhone 8, 7, 8. Anyway, what I'm getting is that we've had some challenges with certain models, and I'm wondering how did you feel then, and what kept you around?
I would really say it was something I genuinely wanted to do. I mean, if I'm interested in doing something, I'm going to do it. I don't really look at an obstacle as a deterrent to completely stop me from doing something. So it never bothered me at all to say, okay, I'm just not going to do this. If it doesn't work, I just kind of wanted to see what other ways we could eventually make it happen.
Thank you for saying that, man. That's incredibly helpful in terms of you being in a point where it felt like it was worth pushing past some of the challenges.
I mean, literally, I'll add to, at the event, it was one other guy that I worked with before, and things didn't go so well with them, and I was skeptical about working with them again. But your energy and what you were doing, it was okay. This is nothing, but this is a good vibe. This is a positive energy. I'd rather give myself to that than whatever I'm skeptical about, because you need to go to where everything's positive. It doesn't make sense to go where anything's negative. So I knew with what you had going on, I'm saying, okay, this is interesting. This is all good. Let's join in on it.
I deeply appreciate that, man. Thank you for saying that. Let's see what's next. So given that now you've done the live events. Like we do live events on a regular basis. We also do online meetups. So you've done a live event. You've created content. You're actually like so we're just so you know. I might spoil it for you, but I mean, bottom line is that the little shot of Louisa, aka Angelique Zambrana, the actress, punching you in the face. We're actually using that in the series, and it's cut into the episode right now. It's like it's part of the catalyst for why we're chasing her, which is hilarious. So that she sent me the video from her phone, and I was like, this is perfect. And so real fun stuff. We'll tie that all together with maybe like reasoning behind you not wearing the cowboy hat or something like that.
Because I was going to say, are people going to realize that that's Cowboy Cole? They're like, wait a minute, he looks familiar.
Dude, I think what we'll do is likely just put a Cowboy Cole minus hat like sign above your head. Like you'll see there's like a lot of anime. It's very internet while also being like very structured as a series. So it's got a very particular style, and it'll make total sense, and it's working really, really well right now. So given that you've had all these different experiences, like what is the do you find that you are satisfied by the experience thus far of Justice for Hire?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, literally this and my new job that I started, which is allowing me to do stuff like this and perform and act. I've literally been doing both of these like priority. Like I've missed out on sleep, and I just putting in so much time. And I don't know. It's like I said. It's just if I'm interested in something and I find something enjoyable, I'm going to give it my all. And it feels good to, again, like I said, play this character. It just kind of, I remember being out on the field recording the video, and I'm like, okay, this actually feels like I can live this kind of lifestyle. So it's definitely been satisfying. It feels cool to, like we kind of all just met, and I'm already kind of being put into a series, and my character has depth. So I think that's really an interesting feeling to be able to, come in as the new guy and you're able to already contribute some type of way.
Thank you so much, brother. I mean, this is so valuable. Everything you said is just so valuable, and I'm so grateful. We are so grateful, and this is like I just felt like I have to do one of these interviews on my phone. Do one, it's got to be with Travis. So I'm just really grateful for the time that you've for all the energy you've contributed, and there's more to come. It's just a matter of well, we are working to make this ecosystem like totally fueled. So much of this is like independent. We're the only ones in the world doing this, and anyone who's done anything similar and it turned it into a business machine, I personally called, and they're either an advisor to our company or they're an investor in our company. So, what we're doing now is just doing our best to make sure that we are well capitalized so that we can do much larger scale stuff. And it'll be a journey, man. So we're just so grateful to I'm personally just so grateful to have you here. You bring such great energy, and like, I just want to make sure that wherever you are location wise, like not only are we in contact, but we're building a global family of people that are all contributing, creating together, being able to do cool stuff together like this. And so it just means a lot to have you, like you said, you come in, but like the energy is so aligned that it's just like, oh yeah, now this makes total sense for like having it be very meaningful to impact the rest of the series. And that's what we want for that's the experience we want to give. So thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, dude. And so I wish you a great night. I know it's like 10:30. I got to teach a boxing class in a few minutes. But I just wanted to say thank you so much, man.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to talk to you here for a little. Oh, my light just shut out.
Perfect timing, man. Much love, dude, and I'll talk to you really soon.
All right, take care, Chad. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye.